up to Iron Mountain to do trail magic for our friends. And it's a glorious day, but we are whooped chicks from being on the trail for those 23 miles in 2 days. Have some blisters and some other things going on, but we're just excited to be able to do trail magic for friends that will be coming to this area today. Who we found at Iron Mountain.
I thought yesterday was rough. We hiked that south.
Hi, Aquaman. Good. We met you right out of Hot Springs, and I want your stamp. And now we have trail magic.
Awesome.
Yeah, I told him you had a stamp.
Oh.
Look at you looking so good.
Really? We've never seen anything like it in our life.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got to hear the train sound and that was so peaceful. And it goes off the mountains. I was like, this is nice. Thank y'all ladies.
Really nice.
Yeah, we were all saying it hasn't been this cold.
Yeah, not in a minute.
So where are you going tonight?
I don't know if I'm going to try to get to the next shelter or just do some stealth camping right before it.
Well, it's a 15-person shelter, so it should be pretty nice.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people are going there, so it's good to go.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm heading, so. If you need that later.
Be safe, Chief.
All right, I will.
If you need anything, let us know.
I will. Thank you, ladies.
Alright.
Oh, I'll miss y'all.
Bye, baby.
Bye. I'll see
Bye.
you. Bye.
Check you down trail, man.
All right.
Where do you want him to stamp, babe?
Oh, let me not get hit.
Yeah, right. Good idea.
This is us. This is
You don't know
Joy
which way
from
to look.
Indiana.
All right, this way now. You got two.
Joy's husband gave her a 5-month yard pass. That's pretty special, isn't it?
I suspect that Joy's husband said, stay out as long as you want. I've never met you. That's what I think.
He said go for it, is what he said.
Well, it's 4 kids, but nice to see you. You too.
Joy, take care. See you, Joy.
Like 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I'll sit over here.
We got
Here
trash
to cheers.
bags,
Yeah.
but you probably don't want it,
Thank you.
right?
No, we don't like that.
I talked to your mama in Hot Springs. It was the day you were eating breakfast in the diner.
Why am I sitting here with this
And
Killed,
I
I'll
watched
take it
you
off.
play with Mackie.
Oh,
And I spoke to your mama that day. Anyway, we've got cold drinks, we've got chips.
Oh, thank you.
We had more stuff, but we've
We
got a lot
cleaned
of
the
people.
store, we picked all this stuff out for you guys.
We've had about 25 here and 12 up the road. We went there first because we had a friend that was coming through,
Sure.
and we wanted to give her trail magic for breakfast.
Be good.
But we came back down here and we've seen more here.
Be careful.
Yeah, it's a story.
I parked my car here back last September. Got one car here.
My dear wife, we got
And
some trail angels.
Went down in Sam's Gap, hiked back,
Yeah, whatever
and
you want,
decided
Dad.
when I got to Uncle Frankie's, that was enough.
Oh!
So I came around and got, and there were a
How
bunch
you
of
doing?
cars here when I picked my
You
car.
holding it up today pretty well?
Well, at first I was worried, like, who parks here? And then all of a sudden, I almost didn't get it out. It's
If there's any left.
a popular place.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Babe.
Good fit.
Chip sounds so good right now. Oh my first today.
All right, my trail name is
Because you're fast?
yeah, that's passing the group and that's
First few days he kept taking off like a rocket.
Little mom pulled his chain a little bit. Said, "Don't you leave us."
Now, yeah.
Mr. Postseason Champion.
My trail name is Drive
And they call you Drive because?
because on the second day,
This is good.
Go ahead, tell the story.
we wanted to. We all wanted to stop. Well, except for me. We wanted to stop earlier, and
Okay, wait a second. Day 1, we hiked 18 miles.
Whoa.
Wow.
Day 2,
I've been
we're
in
at 10.5,
traction.
and we're making a decision. Do we set up camp, or do we hike 8 miles through the area where you have to have a bear canister so that we can camp on the other side because we're not camping within that
Right.
section? So we've done an 18, day 2. Do we stop at 10.5, or do we go ahead and do another 18, 19?
And Drive voted for the another 18.
And so we were kind of hemming and hawing and trying to make a decision, and Elliot goes, fine, we're just going to stop at 10.5. You guys have no drive.
Okay, way to
Yeah,
settle
it
down.
drive. And it's stuck.
So we kept going.
No way.
Aggravate him. The family council met and let's decide, let's do a decision. That's good.
What's the symbol on your hat for?
well, this is just brand.
Yeah, I don't know. The brand is Costa, but our last name started with C, and it was just a cool symbol.
Makes sense. It's a cool hat. I love your hat. And what's your name?
My trail name is Lead Dog because one time, when we were coming out of the shelter, I started going and passed these two guys, and they said they should call you Lead Dog.
And
So
so from
that's
now
good.
on, you got that name.
Good.
How about you, big guy?
my name is Brody, and I don't know how to trail name.
We got to fix that.
Yep.
So are you second oldest? Okay.
Brody, you figure you'll know it when you see it. Yeah.
It'll
Something will
happen.
happen. It'll say,
I've
"Aha."
named a few people. So if I run into you again, will have been thinking about it, and I'll have one for you, Brody.
So what about mom?
Well, right at the get-go, somebody said, "Oh, you should be Mama Bear," and they named the boys all cubs. But we thought that was a little too common and cutesy,
Yeah.
so we didn't take that.
Yeah.
So then there was somebody who, I don't know if you're familiar with like the Incredibles movie, but the kids' names are like Dash and Flash, and so they were naming because the kids were always passing people on the trail. So they were naming the kids those names, and then they were calling me Mrs. Incredible. But that was also a little bit, I don't know. I was like,
So
I
you
kind
had
of want
bought
us to all have our own thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, I buy Mrs. Incredible. Any
Yes.
mom who
You nailed that one.
I'm all in with Mrs.
Same
Incredible.
here.
You ain't
But you
got to go
haven't
with
bought
Miss
it.
Incredible, just
Well-
incredible work.
But you haven't bought in on that yet.
No, because then, so the other thing that happened is some people were starting to give us like a group name. So there was somebody that went past us like on the second day. There was a group of young, 20-something-year-old guys, and we passed them, and they passed us, and we passed them, and then they passed us, and they were like, "We're gonna call you the Field Trip." So then, so now the group, as a group, we're known as the Field Trip. But
That's pretty
And-
good,
and then
because this is homeschooling, right?
and then a lot of the people, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the people on the trail are calling me Miss Frizzle. I don't know if you're familiar with the Magic School Bus. So it's a certain generation that is familiar with the Magic School Bus, and Miss Frizzle was this like crazy science teacher that took her kids. They'd get on this Magic School Bus and they'd go on these crazy excursions.
Okay.
Were drugs
learning,
involved?
and whatever. So they're calling me Miss Frizzle,
Okay.
but I've
Oh, my.
half embraced it.
I want to know if the kids have given you a name. Do they want to call you anything besides Mom on the trip?
Well, in New Hampshire, we have called Mom Mama Goat.
Was
Yeah.
that greatest of all time?
What?
You know what GOAT stands for, don't you?
It was for two things. Goat because she hopped up on top of the rocks in New Hampshire. You have to scramble sometimes. She nibbled like a goat. And then also for the goat.
You're saying she can go just about anywhere.
So we're just leaving Walmart, where we sat in the electronics department for a good 45 minutes, hour.
4 hours and 52 minutes.
Uploading video. So
Our new favorite hangout.
It's the only place that has high-speed internet, so we can do videos. So now we're heading to Spivey Gap for the night to sleep in the car.
Expected 32 degrees tonight, so we'll be toasty.
So we are tucked in for the night, and we had an amazing day. We decided to zero because of our 2 long days, and the next leg is like 13.5, I think. So we said we just can't do it. We took a 0, but we were able to go do trail magic for some friends. We went up to Iron Mountain and met Tennille, gave her breakfast, and saw about 12 hikers. You'll see Aquaman, Grizz, Gandalf, Arrow, T-Heart, and then it was really cold and breezy and no sun shining. So we packed things up and we went over to Indian Grave Gap, and it was about 11 miles down the road. And we saw about, what, 30 hikers?
Well, I know we got rid of 36 sodas.
And we had 36 bags of chips, cheese sticks, and donuts.
We came home with
Nothing. In fact, 2 people showed up and we had to get our bear can out and give them some of our snacks because we felt guilty. We gave Mule a ride into town, and unfortunately we didn't get to see Voodoo, Rambo, and Baby Otter because they got food poisoning at Pizza Place. But we did see Twinkle Toes and we got a picture. So we're really excited. We're at Spivey Gap tonight, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. So we are tucked in our bed in the Prius, and we need to give you a little tour, but during the day. Tomorrow we've got a big day, so we are going to hit the sack.
I think we've already given them a tour right now. You've seen the whole thing.
Yeah, this is it. What time, what temperature is it tonight?
It's going down to 32 tonight.
So remember that a Prius is a generator on wheels. So we actually have the car set on a temperature, and so it'll kick on if it gets below that. So we're fine. And we're on our inflatable mattresses, and that's a whole different story, but we'll talk about that later.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, but we're all tucked in, and we're good, and we will see you in the morning.
Good night.
Good night. So, good morning. We had a really weird night, and I normally would just tell this to our friends and family later, but I decided that I would put this in our video because it's real. And we want to keep things real.
Look at the deer, right there by the road.
I see it. So we are just leaving the North Carolina Welcome Center up on Interstate 26 because this girl woke up at 2:20 in the morning with the sound of some hooves on the rocks near our car. And I thought I heard an engine noise, which meant it would have been a person like parked where we were at. We were in a very remote area. If there was either, we would have been like, okay, what do we do now? So I said, I have to show you this view while I'm talking. So I said, Cheryl, I have no idea what that is. Do you hear it? And she says, no, what do you hear? So I tell her that I think it's hooves, which would make it a deer, which would not make it a predator. It would be fine. But I did hear the car noise, and there should not be any cars near us. Remember, we're all blacked in, so they can't tell we're there. Then my anxiety just kicked in. And talking to her, she says, what do you want to do? So we pulled off in down the road, which took us another 30 minutes away to, park the car somewhere else. The thing about Cheryl is she has to potty a lot. So getting in and out of the car at night when April hears noises
It's just old lady syndrome.
So she was fine parking the car at a welcome center because then she gets to go to the bathroom. So we just left the welcome center and now we're going back to get ready to hike today. But this car camping thing puts us at roads, and there are more predators near roads than it feels like there are in the woods with a tent. Animals don't have any kind of, premeditated, let's hurt this person. If they're out there, they just want food. But people pulling up beside a car worry me more. So that's our adventure this morning. It's time to go get ready for the day and hike. Here we go. So we're off on this 13.4 mile day. We're regretting the time we're starting. It's 10:50. It's so cold that we put our rain jackets on as a windbreaker. We know this is going to be a challenging day. If we do it in our best time, it'll be almost 8 o'clock when we get in. But we took it yesterday. We took a 0 and did trail magic to let our blisters and our legs, you know, rest up. And so we feel like we need to stay on track. And because of my little episode last night with the hearing of noises and moving the car, we had a lot of moving around to do today. It took about an hour and a half, which was not fun. Many regrets, but it's what it is. So, sorry for the wind noise. I think I'm gonna put my camera away just so I don't have to hold it in this air. It's like, what, 38 degrees and the wind's blowing. Interstate 26 right here to our left. Lots of climbing to do today. Well, it's new, it's the AT. I'm not sure if you just heard Cheryl, but she said, "Are you sure?" And I'm not sure. So we're walking back down to the car. We're not sure what we're gonna do, but it's freaking cold. And getting in about 8 tonight does not make any sense. That doesn't sound very smart on our part.
It's cold, and we're going up on balls. It's going to be even colder and more windy. I'm wimping out.
So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do.
We'll let you know when we figure it out.
Yeah. Sorry about all that. Okay, so I just sent out my Garmin InReach text saying that we've got a late start for a 13.4 mile day, and we did. And I just did some video of us going up beside Interstate 26, but I'm gonna tell you, it's freezing. And when I got to the top of just this little walk, Cheryl says, "Are you sure?" And I'm not sure. We would like to be on trail before 9 every day, and it is now 10:56, and 13.4 miles is a lot because it's not just some mileage, but we have a lot of mountains to cover today. There's 2 balds and high rocks, and that's the name of it. And I think that my nervousness is if we don't get in until 8, because we did well, it's still 8 o'clock at night. If we don't get in at 8 because it was a rough day, we get in at 9 or 10, we're night hiking and we only have one of our headlamps with us. So it doesn't make sense to go. We're wearing rain jackets just to cut the breeze. And the higher you get, it's like a wind tunnel. It just pushes you over. So we got back in the car.
I just want to say the whole reason we're car camping is so we don't have to suffer. And I think we would have suffered today because when I say it's cold, that wind is coming out of Antarctica. And we were about to climb Mount Everest.
Okay.
So
this is the other thing we have to think about. This is a 13.4 mile day. The next one isn't as hard because we go from Spivey Gap to Irwin, and it's 11.1 miles, and a lot of it's downhill. But by the time we get to where we're going to park, we're starting at 12:30.
yeah.
And then we start talking 11 miles, so that's not really helped us time-wise. And then the next one's, what, 10?
Yeah.
We don't have any short days left. It's 10 to 13, 14 miles every day for the next 5 days. We did Trail Magic yesterday. We really enjoyed meeting all those people. So I'm not sure if I'm not going to put this in the end of the Trail Magic day, like combine 2 days for my video. And we don't want to take a 0. We have a limited amount of time we can be out here. But maybe we'll just decide to go home and see our babies and spend some time with Tara and just...
We don't need to be foolish.
No. And I have to tell you that if you've watched our videos, you sometimes can tell that we're not having as much fun as probably you'd think if we're having this as a little vacation to go hike. It's a lot of work. And we're doing it for weight loss. We're doing it for adventure. We're doing it for time together.
We're doing it for health.
Yeah.
Absolutely for health. And that would be including weight loss and just
Staying fit. So, we will get back to you. Yeah. So
because we don't know we have no clue what we're doing today. I'm all bug sprayed, I can tell you that.
We are
So,
we have sprayed permethrin Picardin all over us. So let's just say this. Before this video ends, we will let you know what we do. So I hate to leave you hanging like that.
We're having a board meeting as soon as we get off of here, and we'll clue you.
Yeah. Okay, bye. And go to Hot Springs and see the girls and then go home.
Okay.
I do. Hopefully, I'm hoping they took their zero today, but if not, we might be in Hot Springs when they get in from their slack pack.
Why don't you text them and see what's up while we drive?
Oh, look, I've hit the video and we're videotaping this.
Hi, we're videotaping. Sorry.
Our board meeting.
Sorry that you involved yourself in our board meeting. You can see it's a single vote. It's whatever April wants, we're doing.
That's not true. I think what a gorgeous day and we're going to waste it.
Come on, guys. Those of you who know my wife, you clearly know that Cheryl will give April whatever April wants. And if April's happy, I'm grand. I love her.
She's not lying. On our zero, we come back to visit our friends. So we came to Asheville to have. Yes, we're recording.
Tara, no talking. We're recording. We're live. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we made it to Asheville for dinner with my cousin Tara.
She's watching the dogs at our house, don't you know?
So we had to make a little trip to enjoy dinner with her at Vinny's. You can try Vinny's in Asheville. It's really good.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
So another zero. Today did not start or end the way we planned, but we are at the Tennessee Welcome Center on Interstate 26, right down the road from Spivey Gap, where we're going to start tomorrow. We had a great day. We saw some friends, explored some new restaurants, and we were able to have dinner with my cousin Tara at Vinny's in Asheville. So last night was an odd night to say the least, so we're not going to try that again right now. And we are going to stay at this rest area for the night in the Prius, get up in the morning, have an early start, and see if we can't knock out that 13.4 miles.
Knock it out.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do.